Welcome to your orientation video to online learning in English 102. I hope that everyone at home is doing the best they can. There are lots of services available here on campus. You can reach out to the AAC at aac.massbay.edu. And that's the same for the Disabilities Office too. You email AAC if you need help with writing. Okay, you can also arrange WebEx conferences with me, or we can just pass files back and forth. If you need a writing conference, because I know we've lost our kind of workshop days where I'm in the computer lab with you. So it's really important that you guys be independent and self-motivated and talk to me as soon as you're struggling with an assignment. Okay, because if you wait weeks, you're going to be doing so many things at the end of the semester, you're never going to be able to finish them all. All right, so let's talk about some things. First of all, I've updated the syllabus. If you look at syllabus on Blackboard, you'll see there's an updated syllabus. I can open it even faster by doing that. Let's look at the chart first. So all of the assignments, the homework assignments, are basically still the same, okay? You have the profile rough draft, which I'm hoping can get in as soon as possible to me. The final, then we're diving into the ragtime essay. You'll be finished by then. One more journal and a timed essay at the end. This is a mistake. I decided to make the timed essay worth only 80 because I don't really expect the same quality as one you've revised. So I will fix that. Okay. Now we're on to the new things. So I've given you a grade in class participation. And instead of being worth 100 points, it was worth 50 because it was for just the first half of the semester. Okay? So 50 is the best you can do. But there's more points to be had by contributing to the discussion boards. So you're having 5 free points, so we ended a nice round number. You're supposed to post twice a week. Okay? 2 or 3 sentences is okay. Asking a question, starting a thread about something you don't understand, also counts. I agree is too little. So is I disagree. You have to say why. Give another reason. Give another piece of textual evidence, okay? When you're applying to your classmates. And I've posted so many questions for you guys to answer with so many parts. I'll show you. I think you'll find something to say. Okay, so this is the discussion boards. You get 10 points a week for contributing to the discussion board, okay? And then you get 10 points a week for other classwork, which is really these 15-minute activities that are all pass-fail, and you just have to try. And it kind of takes the place as when I put things up on the board, and I say, we discuss examples of something, okay? So if you look down to where we actually are in the syllabus, in the schedule, you'll see we have gone from a daily syllabus to a weekly syllabus. So we're starting to look at each week as kind of its own unit, okay? So it says what you have due that week, okay? Still in big and bold, okay? Hopefully you've done your profile rough draft over the extra week of break, but you definitely have to get that in if you haven't. And this is the big reading you were supposed to do on break, and that's kind of our big topic for this week. So it lists the things you're supposed to do. Read the announcement, which is my weekly message. Watch videos, which you're doing. Yay! Complete the activity. That's where you get the classwork points. Post twice on the discussion board. And whatever else is going on in our big homework life, which is, for this week, revise your profile after you submitted me the rough and I've gotten it back to you. Okay, so because the profile final draft is due the next week. Okay, this is just a holdover, this discussion grammar. Sorry, the syllabus isn't perfect. I'll try to tweak it and then upload it again. Okay, back to Blackboard. So we have some new tabs up in the main menu. One of the things we have is My Grades. Okay, I want you to check your grades because the weighted total shows you what you're getting for midterm. And if you are failing the class, you have to talk to me. But even more important than talking to me, you can use my grades. It's not exactly the same for a teacher because everything is upcoming because nothing's due for me. It shows you how many points you get for that assignment, and it shows you whether you got any or not. You have to hand in your missing work, okay, if you're missing work. And that is the reason why you are not doing well in this class, okay? Or if it's too much work and you don't think you can do it, you have to think about withdrawing, because a W looks better on your transcript than an F. So let me see here. So I want everyone to check my grades this week. One thing I did, if you only handed me in one draft of the history paper, I changed the way it was graded. I took it out of rough draft, which doesn't get you that many points, and I graded it as a final draft. Okay? Because, and I will change that if you give me a second draft, okay? That option is still open. But, even if you get an F on the final draft, actually having the paper in that box gets you a lot more points than just having turned in a rough draft, okay? So I had to grade for a lot of you because I just haven't gotten a revision. I had to grade your rough as your final, okay? You probably won't be happy with it, but it's better than 0. All right, new tabs. My grades is up here, and the other one is classwork. And for you, it won't have this funny box. This funny box just means you can't see it yet, and that's because I'm still making the videos right now, okay? So you click on classwork, and it's going to have, this is called a learning module, which is a little folder thing for each week. At the moment, there's only 1 week up because I'm working as hard as I can. And it is week 1 of our online learning. And so you have a weekly message, an announcement, and it tells you our goals for the week and what you need to do to meet those goals. The activity this week is on ragtime comprehension. Did you understand what happened? Let's look at it. The activities are quick, 15 minutes or less. Okay. You have to read the instructions. This one says click all the correct answers. There could be 1 correct answer or up to 4 correct answers in this multiple choice. Okay. This is what contributes to your classwork grades, but not how many you get right, just that you tried. Okay. Oops. The order is messed up, so I will fix that. Because this question belongs after I ask what they did to Kohlhaas's car. And then you should get, what does Kohlhaas do in response? How his younger brother finally found purpose. Okay. What does Sarah do to try to help Kohlhaas? These are the factual questions, the what happened questions that you should know from the reading. Okay. So let's do them all wrong by just clicking the top one of everyone. Of course, one of those might be right, but who knows? Okay. But remember, a lot of them have lots and lots of answers. Some of them have up to 4 answers, okay? Because I'm asking you, what do people do? Okay? Okay, so we basically just did those all wrong because we just saved it. I have to move myself. It's going to make something come over my face for a second. You have to submit. If you want me to be able to see, I wish that stupid thing would go away. If you want me to be able to see that you tried it, you have to submit. Okay? As many things on Blackboard, you have to submit. So, you have to tell it okay. Now here's what I particularly want to show you. All right, I just did this in 1 minute. Am I done learning? No. Down in the lowest right-hand corner, okay, after you submit, so you have to scroll your screen, is okay. I'd like to see my results. And then you see your results. And of course, I got them all wrong. Now, right now, the response feedback just says no, but if I have time, and that you should try again. But if I have time, I'm going to supplement this by putting a page number you should look on for the right answers, okay? If you really want to make sure you understand, you should do it again until you can get all the right answers. Okay? And you can do it as many times as you want. As I said, it just took me 1 minute. Of course, I wasn't really thinking about the questions. Okay. So that's your activity. That's your classwork for the week. Oops, let's move myself back to the corner. And then we have a discussion. So remember, your goal is to place twice on that discussion board. That means 2 times a week. 2 comments a week. We're going to hear everyone's voices with this new setup. So I've started some threads for you. Okay? And some of the threads have a lot of questions. Let's look at Father. He's on top. Not for any particular reason, but just because I made him last, I think. I've got 6 questions for you about Father. Why can't Father enjoy the baseball game? Try watching this if you don't understand it. It's a YouTube video of that scene in the play, okay? And you also get to see younger brother leaving home in the scene before. Or you could talk about this. Father wondered at this moment if their lives might no longer be under their control. How does this statement reveal Father's privilege? Ooh. How does Father feel about Coal House? What does he do anyway? And kind of a general question you can apply to real life. What do you think about doing the right thing for the wrong reason? Is it still a good deed? Does it mean you have to like the person doing it? Okay? Because Father does the right thing for the wrong reason in this section. So we can talk about that. All right. So you can reply. I don't mean you to reply to all these questions. Pick one. Okay? Pick one and give me a couple sentences. Okay? And then let somebody else reply to a different question. All right? So that way there'll be plenty of questions to go around. Yeah. You can also reply, and please do, because then it's like a discussion, to your classmates' comments. Many questions that we ask about literature have more than one right answer, so you can add ideas. Okay? And I also am going to try to be active on the discussion board. My goal is to kind of push your thinking deeper. So don't think you're wrong if I reply by adding more questions. That just means you did great. And now I'm building on what you're saying, giving your other classmates an idea of what they could reply to in your post that might be interesting to talk about. That's my job as the teacher. Yeah. Okay? So I will be reading your posts. The other thing you have to really remember is that reading the discussion is an essential part of learning. The same way that in class you learned by listening to the rest of us discuss, even if you weren't commenting on that topic, has been now replaced by reading the discussion. Okay? So that is going to help you understand the book, and once we are done the profile, sooner than you think, you will be writing a paper on the book. So it's important to understand the book. All right, so that is the discussion board, and that is basically it. We talked about changes to the syllabus, we talked about activities, we talked about discussion board. I will be on WebEx. There's an announcement about how to connect with me there. I will be on WebEx for you every Wednesday at 12. And I hope you come and ask questions and just say hi and get some social interaction. It is optional because I know that people have childcare and their work hours have changed, okay? It's also not like if you don't show up at 12 on the dot, you can't come. Join us at any time in the next hour. And I can stay longer than an hour if people have more questions. It's just that if nobody else is there, I'm going to log off after an hour. So come join in, drop out when you need to drop out. It's just kind of a drop in, drop out thing. The announcement is up on how to do it. It is super, super easy. Here, we'll look at it for just a second. Right, so if you have any kind of internet capable device, you just click on the link and then enter the PIN, okay? If you do not have internet now, this is going to be difficult for you, so you need to tell me so I can get you in touch with there's 4 different services offering free internet service during this crisis, so you can get free internet, but you should ask me for those links, okay? But if you don't have it, you actually can dial in just by phone. And this is how. It's actually the same pin, it just has spaces. Okay, and this is the number you dial. Joined by video system. I don't even know what that means. Okay. Um, but yeah. So I hope to see you this week, because that would be nice. And I'm going to let you go. I promise the other videos are going to be shorter. Have a great day, or the best you can.